What's going on, Jets fans? I'm here to bury the hatchet. Everybody chiming in, big media, clubbing Zach Wilson to death over his worst career game probably against New England, and I'm ready to completely move on from that one and look forward to greener pastures ahead down the back half of the 2022 season. And if you're with me on that, a thumbs up is an easy way to show it. That's what we're doing today. Thank you for hanging out. Now, I just watched a phenomenal quarterback breakdown. Justin Fields, another second-year quarterback done by JT O'Sullivan of the QB School. Go check him out. He does great work there. And he showed on film how the Chicago Bears in recent weeks have kind of caught a groove offensively. And as he put it, they've built an offense for Justin Fields, their young quarterback. And it got me thinking, what is building an offense for Zach Wilson? Like when you watch that, what would that look like? And I started to try to peek around the NFL. Right, different quarterbacks, and it's kind of feast or famine right now. You get, Mahomes, okay, Josh Allen, oh boy, and down at the bottom it's like Taylor Heineke. Ooh, and where's the middle ground, right? I think I found a name, and when you hear the name, or you probably already see the name in the thumbnail, you're probably gonna freak out. Oh, Zach Wilson's gotta be way better than that guy. He sucks. And yeah, Zach Wilson's ceiling is objectively higher than Marcus Mariota's. We want Zach Wilson and Marcus Mariota to look like completely different quarterbacks, 2023 and beyond. But the back half of this season, let's look at the data. Right now, the first few games of this season, Zach Wilson is completing 55% of his passes, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, most of them coming against New England, obviously, 7.4 yards per attempt, which is solid for Zach, and not really utilizing his legs a ton. And what if I told you that if Zach Wilson could do this the last 8-9 games of the season, would you sign for it, yes or no? Complete 63% of his passes, 10 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, 8 yards per attempt, and adding in 300 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns on the ground as well. That's what Marcus Mariota has done. And yes, I would absolutely sign for that right now. And I tell you what, if Zach Wilson can do that, improve to those benchmarks, which I think are really realistic, we're a playoff team. Straight up, we are. And there's 2 real key tenets I want to borrow from Atlanta because we're not going to change our offense a ton. And honestly, it's not like Atlanta is the greatest show on turf. Don't get it twisted. I like a lot of what Mike LaFleur does. If you watch Jets passing reps, there's guys wide open all the time. We're right in the middle of the pack, 16th in the league in yards per rush. So we do a lot of things well. It's just that we really struggle to pass protect, and we're developing a young quarterback. And that's where our offense kind of needs to improve. So what are these 2 tenets? Number 1, my only real objective gripe with Mike LaFleur is the percentage at which we run the football. This year, the Jets run the football 37% of the time, 25th in the NFL, after being 27th in run percentage last year. And last year, you could say, we were getting blown out all the time, but this year, that's not been the case. And Atlanta, man, they run the ball 58% of the time, which is second in the league just behind Chicago. So maybe there's a happy medium in there, but I really like that because it just pares down the reps for Zach Wilson, and I think it would really allow for quality over quantity. Like, here's Zach, you're going to throw 27, 28 times, but we're really going to make sure that those are quality reps that, number 1, you're learning from, number 2, you're able to protect the football, and number 3, you're able to take advantage of the phenomenal yak weapons that we have on this offense and accomplish both the goals simultaneously of winning games this year and developing our young quarterback. I don't think those are mutually exclusive. I don't. And I think running the football more is better for this Jets offense, and it's better for Zach Wilson. I do. And the second tenet, kind of built off of that, is using Zach Wilson's mobility more. Look, the idea, we got to block better, and Zach Wilson, we've been through all that. We all understand that. But these 2 things, I think, are wrinkles that we could add. Now, with Zach, I'll say this. He doesn't run a lot to try and go get yards with his legs. Number 1, he's had a couple knee injuries, so you want him to be careful, and that's fine. And also, I would rather have a young quarterback like Zach who wants to use his arm as his primary weapon. You see a lot of quarterbacks come into the league who have athleticism, and they just want to take off. Boom, take off. But with Zach, it's like he always wants to keep the play extended with his arm. And I'd rather teach a guy to go from using your arm as your primary weapon, and okay, now how do you situationally go and get first downs, touchdowns with your legs? I'd rather do that than have to rein in a wild man who just takes off downfield every other play. So that's fine. And we got to find ways to coach Zach Wilson into doing that. And I think Marcus Mariota's mobility is a really good comp for Zach because, yes, Zach is athletic, but come on, he's not Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick 2.0. He's not Josh Allen, who's built like a tight end. I don't want him taking those kind of hits. But I think Marcus Mariota, who's similar build and opportunistic, sneaky, but always protects himself, protects the football. And I think that's the kind of mobility I want to see out of Zach Wilson. And when you watch the Atlanta offense, it seems very, I want to say, repetitive. And again, all of our verbiage, our formations, all that stuff is staying the same. But running the football more, and it just seems maybe Mike LaFleur could pare it down a little bit. Like run what we run, but maybe pare that play sheet down to 2/3 of it. This is 65% of the best stuff we run, and let's go with that for the next month. When you watch Atlanta, it's the same formation, the same motion, and a run. Same formation, same motion, and then a play action. Same formation, same motion, and then an end around, and it's just repetitive, but you're keeping the defense off balance. And it's RPO out of shotgun, which we know Zach Wilson does well. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I really think that Marcus Mariota is a good quarterback comp for what we want to see out of Zach Wilson. Just the next 9 games. Just the next 9 games, people. Make the playoffs. Get that monkey off your back. And then this offseason, we can level up Zach's game to the next level and we could find some other quarterback comp. And hopefully there isn't one because he's just the next Zach Wilson, right? But for this year, go do some Marcus Mariota-ing, Zach, and we're in the playoffs, brother. And hey, just did a full live stream breaking down the Buffalo Bills game. If you want to click that down below, subscribe if you are new, and we'll be talking Jets football soon.